Hello everybody and welcome back to Vintage Survival. So as this Fiat was left down near the field we were contracting, just over there, I thought we might as well just sell it. It's really close to the store now and it's really slow, so there's no point taking it back to the yard just to bring it back down the road again, as it takes forever. So yeah, we have the Massey Ferguson tractor, which is much higher horsepower. Although we're going to sell it, I really do need to get another one. But maybe to begin with I'm going to use the money which is generated from this to fund some machinery to go with the Massey Ferguson. So some implements, maybe a baler, not too sure about that yet, but today we'll probably find out. Although the first thing it's going to do is just assist us to get through the winter, because at this stage we don't really have many jobs to do. We can't afford cows. Well, we probably can afford cows actually, but we don't have the food for the cows yet. And I don't want to get the cows before we know that we can actually afford to keep them happy and in good health. So anyway, £35,000, although that's not profit because we did just put some money into repairing it and repainting it. But yeah, not bad. We've got £40,000, but we're now attracted down. We do still have this one, but to be honest, I think it's going to pretty much become a showpiece. Like some people have said, yeah, we haven't had it for very long, so there's no sentimental value, just get rid of it. You know what I'm like. I get attached to stuff like instantly. It seems nice, and well, I know that it is a nice tractor. It's, I think, very, very collectible actually in real life. So if we do fall on some really hard times, then we'll get rid of it. But for now, we will keep hold of it. So yeah, the situation is we need to put some fertilizer onto field number 15. That's our rye field. Thank you to everybody who told me exactly what the green rye is used for. Apparently, you do cut it and then you ferment it, silage. So yeah, it is something that we can certainly do, because we don't actually need a baler if we're going to put it into the pit, because we actually do have a loading wagon. We've got a pit which we own, which is actually really good. I'm surprised that we do own it. It's almost in the neighbour's boundary, but it isn't. It is definitely in our land, so we could do that. We could get another field and it wouldn't actually cost us any more. It would literally just be the land we're paying for, which I know is expensive, but yeah. We've got a seed drill. We'd have to get a bit of seed. But then after that, we've got a mower, we've got a windrower, we've got a loading wagon, we've got a pit. So that's really good. Anyway, we'll continue this discussion, or it's not really a discussion, it's me on my own, but it always feels like I'm talking to other people. Well, I know I am, but, you know, not directly. You're there, but you're not able to respond vocally. Unfortunately, yes. If I did some live streams, it would be slightly different, because we could at least have a live chat. I keep doing this. I keep saying, oh, I should really get back into live streaming and stuff. I never really was fully into it because of my internet, but yeah, I'm always tempted by the idea, and then I always just go off it and then continue with my main Let's Play series. Right, I don't think we have any fertilizer here, so let's first of all get back over to the store. We do have some in a bag over there, I reckon. This should empty it, or get close to emptying it. And yeah, I do try and read as many comments as possible for anybody wondering. I know I don't respond to many. I don't get a great deal of time with real life stuff and trying to work on my other projects as well. But I do very much appreciate all your comments. And yeah, ones which really do stand out, I do heart, and I do pin some as well, but of course you can only pin one comment, I think, in every video, unless they've changed that. I did once see a video which had 2 pins. I don't know if that was a glitch or if you actually can do 2 pins now, but I thought it was just 1. Anyway, yeah, where is the dealership? Really shouldn't have lost it. Here we go. Yeah, so there is the bag. You can just about see it if you watch it on a big enough screen. And for those on smaller screens, here it is. Yes, it did take it. Let's get down to the field. It does have a fairly good working width. We'll get this field done in no time at all, boosting the productivity, and it will need to be done twice because our drill doesn't have the facility to put fertilizer in at the same time, which is fine. One day we'll have a nice sophisticated drill that can do that, but there's no rush. No rush at all. So once this is done, I will be looking into buying another plot of land. I think we will be able to afford it, but like I said, we need to get through the winter without being heavily in debt. So we've got to be careful. It looks like we've got quite a bit of money, but we don't. We've got 2 loans outstanding, so we've got to just tread carefully. Very good. This strategy is going to allow us to really succeed, because it's giving us that extra power, and most importantly actually, which is surprising, the speed. It's only a 25 mile per hour tractor, 26 probably, but yeah, compared to 8 or 9 miles per hour, it's just so significant. It's just a huge upgrade. Okay, well, we'll put this fertilizer spreader back. We probably will be spreading again before the winter, so I won't put it in the shed just yet, although I know you should actually empty the fertilizer and wash it out and everything, but unfortunately in Farming Simulator you can't do that. But that's probably taking it a step too far with the realism. So, take that off there. Let's have a look into, well, we do need to make sure we can buy more fertilizer. We should probably buy a fertilizer bag right now. There we go. And we'll look into land. So, obviously, we're only looking into very, very small plots. Field 16 is already our clover, which is going to remain as clover. There's no point changing it because it keeps regrowing. 15 is rye, that would change every year. And now we want to be looking at something different. Probably a field which doesn't have a crop in it, because harvest I think is pretty much over now. Yeah, well, they're pretty much all cultivated. As you can see, we've got a few potato fields and probably some sugar beet fields. But yes, it is time to choose another field to buy if we can afford it. And I don't know if we can. So yeah, putting in green rye would be amazing. Nobody at all is growing it. So it's literally just us. You can drill it now, September, October, so that's good. That's perfect timing. But which field stands out to be the best for us? There's 174, which we can afford, literally just up the road. 17 we can't afford. And then there's ones like 21, yeah, we can afford 21. I think we'll go and check out 174, first of all. And as it is cultivated, well, I was going to say I'd take the drill, but we probably don't have any seed in it. Well, we could, yeah, we'll take it anyway. Because we're going to have to go back to the store. We don't have a tractor and front loader, so we're going to have to transport pallets and bags with the implements themselves. It's the only real way of doing it. Oh, we've got a bit in there. Yeah, we've got a bit. So we're now set to green rye, which is the same icon as wheat, just a different colour. I think it makes sense to go with 174. Oh, blimey. Yes, you can see who's not been looking after their fields. It's not that big, is it? It wouldn't really fill the pit very much. But then again, it's not that expensive. The more the money, the bigger the field. But yes, we can't, like, we can afford 21 now, but then it's going to leave us with about £3,000. Which just isn't enough. So yeah, this is actually the only field we can afford. So let's go for it. Let's spend £23,765 here. And soon, next year, we're going to be able to cut green rye and ferment it. So we'll be selling silage. Very good news. Also, let's see how far the seed goes. It looks like consumption is very slow. I know the chances are slim that we'll be able to get this done with what we have left, but we'll give it a go. And yeah, we'll head off to the store in a minute, most likely, to get some more seed. Yeah, we're not going to have enough, but it is going quite a long way. If only we had some more seed in the drill. Luckily, seed is nowhere near as expensive as fertilizer. So that's in our favour. So once we've purchased seed, that should be all the expenses for this year, which means we have £13,658 to try and get through the winter with. Although, we might have some more money from clover because it will start to regrow, and we might do some contracts. We'll probably check out the contracts in a minute actually after this field. But we'll go up and then we'll probably have to go to the store because I don't think we're going to make it down again. But we'll see. I'll definitely empty it because we're not going to be able to... I don't think we're going to be able to get a full bag into the seed drill, but maybe we can. It is quite a large hopper. Maybe it's exactly the same as a bag. I seem to remember that it is actually. 1,000 litres, that makes sense. And there we have it. The green rye has been planted. Yeah, the timing for that was great. Very happy about it. Okay, so yes, we didn't manage to pick up all of the seed because it's a 750 litre capacity, as you've probably already seen. But we did manage to get 3/4 of it. And yes, we do not have enough space to go and get the rest of it. So there's no point in trying to get the rest of the bag at this stage. For now though, what we'll do is either do a contract for seeding or put it in the shed. I'll just have a quick look. So into the contract menu, we've got baling. Crikey, that's a lot of baling. And there is still a harvesting job, but that is for sugar beet. So, no. Actually, I'm surprised there's not a seeding or a cultivating contract. I guess all the cultivation work has been done. Well, I'll keep it out on the tractor until October, just in case another one does pop up. I think, to be honest, we are actually going to be going to October now. This needs fertilizing. Yep, we'll fertilize that. And then move to October, see if there's any other contracts. If there's not, we'll put this away. In fact, we'll tidy up the entire yard, because at the moment it's just a total mess. But we do own all this area down here, this open area, so we can eventually put up another shed, or we could actually put a little field in here. I know it's really small, but we could do. Right. Come on then, little spreader. We're going to have to go back to the store in a minute anyway to top this up, but we'll just empty what we've got. I always struggle with this field because I can't see where we've been, although with this map's nice little feature of showing you where the granules are, it does make it easier, and it's not actually applying it that thickly, so we might have enough. Yeah, that's good. Of course, it does already have that first application of fertilizer, because it is like a grass, and all those grasses do have the one application already. They never need the two. amazingly, we had just the right amount, so that's covered. That one will be done next time, so let's just go and rest and see what tomorrow brings. Of course, we're going to have another loan repayment, but it shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, it's going to be, what is it? We can find out. It is 1,794 for that one a month, plus 405. Yeah, so not a problem for this first night, but it might be a problem in a few nights' time. I think if we can just get a good contract or something, it'd be very helpful. Yeah, so we're down to 11,123, but that's not too bad. Quickly check the contracts. Ah, yes, that one's gone now, so we do just have 17.94 a month. Yeah, contracts are here. Still loads of baling ones and still the harvesting ones. Nothing's really changed. Now, I know that there is the extended contracts mod, which allows you to update the list. I really should get that, shouldn't I? I'll probably install that in a minute, but I'm not too sure if it's going to be working from the start as soon as you install it, because it's probably going to depend on what other farmers are doing. Yep, so that is ready to cut. It's definitely ready to cut. We could do that. And maybe you can ferment the clover, can you? Never actually tried to do it. The rye has germinated, but it does have weeds. Ah, yes, I didn't think about that. So we need a sprayer with herbicide. That's going to be an issue. And the green rye is looking very green, thankfully. Yeah, very good. Okay, so like I said, what we definitely need to do is fertilise the rye. So we'll fertilise the rye. I suppose the green rye should be done as well. The tyres on this tractor might be an issue. Are these the narrow tyres? I keep forgetting. They look pretty narrow. Ah, we're okay. Yeah, still the first growth stage, so no problems there. The same should apply for the green rye. But yeah, killing the weeds, well, we could get a weeder. I don't think they're too big for the weeder, so we might have to invest in a weeder. Because otherwise, buying a herbicide and a sprayer, that's going to be bank breaking, so we don't want to be doing that. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have a look. I'll see if we've got any vintage weeders. Hopefully we do. Okay, weeders. Okay, we don't. Joy. Well, I'll look into them. I'll go on Mod Hub. See what we can find.
Before the sun goes down, I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love.
Keep missing the turning. Comes across you very quickly. Right, so let's fill that up. We'll put this back in the shed. I think we're done for this year now because we do have 174 fully fertilised, 15 fully fertilised, 16 fully fertilised. So yeah, if we're not going to get any contracts for spreading, which it looks like we're not, yeah, then we'll put it away. But what I'll do is I'll go and quickly install a weeder and also the extended or upgraded contract list mod. Right, so we've got the refresh contracts button now. But like I said, I don't think it will have much of an impact. Nah, not at the moment. I think there is possibly another mod as well which does bring in a wider variety of mods. Maybe I'm dreaming, I don't know, maybe that was FS19. But also I did manage to find a weeder. So yeah, it's affordable. It's £1,200. So we'll purchase that right now. But we are unfortunately going to have to come back for... Well, I suppose I could leave the the spreader here, but there's not really much point. We'll go and put it in the shed. We'll come back for the weeder, and we'll weed our rye field. Oh, come on, car. Need to go into there. Got my hazards on. Right, okay. So we'll put it into this shed. We could probably close the door for this one. And I think probably quite a few of these implements are going to be going to here. Yeah, the height should be fine. Well, that's not going to be used again for a while. So that can certainly stay at the back. Close that door. Might need the mower. I'm not too sure if we're going to be doing the cutting of the clover. We'll have to see. I'm thinking if we can get it into the pit though, if you can do fermented clover to make silage, that would be great. Now by the look of it, you do normally have a human sat on that seat, controlling something. But we don't have that today. We'll just have to pretend they're there. It's their day off. Yeah, there were quite a few mods, but not many small ones. This was actually one of the very few. Most of them, if they were older, were, I don't know, 4 or 5 times the width of this. And all the screenshots were taken on US maps, so with US machinery, so I don't think they were really that British. I don't even know where this one's from, but it was the only one which was really that small. Or there might be another one actually, but I think it was either really heavy or really expensive. I can't remember. I've used it before, but I know it's quite hard to see, but we are actually getting those weeds out. Yep, see if we can get a close-up of a weed disappearing. I'm probably driving over most of them, because driving over them does also get rid of them. We should see, hopefully, on the map, is it working? I'm going to have to go down this really dense part just to make sure, because I know, like I said, I know the tractor tyres are removing it. I think it is. Yeah, it is doing. Yeah. So it's removing some. There's something fishy about it. Yeah, that one didn't go. I think it's removing some, but not all of them. You'd have to switch this thing on, do you? No. Interesting. Yeah, it's definitely removing some. But I think it is possibly leaving the big ones behind. Okay, well, we'll keep going with this. Even if it isn't 100% effective. Or maybe it's just my imagination. Maybe once we've covered the entire field, we'll find it's actually got rid of all of them. We're on to the final pass, and I don't actually know where we are exactly, but I seem to be hitting it. Yeah, I'm on the mark, but that's, well, impossible to see in person. Hopefully I do continue on the same line. Yeah, seems good. So yeah, these ones over here in fill 15, I think they have just established a bit too much. So it's too much for the weeder. But we have managed to get all the ones in fill 174 before it's too late. There is another very small slither somewhere. Where is that then? Like there somewhere? You really can't see them. Yeah, somewhere there. Okay, so 174 is now weed free. This is good news. We'll take this back to the yard. And yeah, I think between this episode and the next one we're going to rest, and it's going to be next year. So we'll probably have no money. Although, yeah, we should have money. Like I said, we do have the clover. Just depends if we can do fermented clover. Well, let's just find out. What I'll do is I'll go and get the mower, cut one tiny bit, then pick it up with a loading wagon and see if I can put it into the pit. Literally just need a slither. So that'll do. Yep, that's the fastest mowing session ever. But we'll keep it here because we might need it next time. Oh no, my wheel going berserk. The mower actually hits it. Interesting. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to do fermented clover. But it just depends how it's all been set up. Because we can get this done, if we can do it, we can get this done, fermented and sold before that field over there. The biggest thing is getting it out of the pit, but we might be able to use the loading wagon, possibly, instead of a front loader. Okay, so we've got... Oh no, it's picking up... Sorry, let me just do that again. It was picking up grass, so it reset it. Right, this time we definitely have clover. That's all we need. 291 litres. And I'm usually wrong when I try and guess stuff, but I'm going to say this is going to work. I think we'll be able to do this. I'd be quite amazed if we can't. You see, I'm always wrong. Literally always wrong. Oh well. So you can't do fermented clover, okay. But I'm told we can do fermented green rye. So, yeah. At the clover, we can cut it. We can sell it as it is. We can also do dried clover, but we don't have a tedder. And it's also not really the time of year for it. You can see on the price list that clover dry is 175, clover is 139, so it is significantly higher, but you'd have to buy a tedder and you'd have to obviously dry it. So I don't know, I think we'll probably leave the clover. I think we're going to move on to next year. It'd be good to get back into the swing of harvesting. So yeah, for now, put the mower away and we'll call it a day. There we go. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. And until the next one, which will be very soon, tomorrow most likely, see you again very soon. Bye for now.